Today we're going to be talking about doctors, and don't stop going to your doctor, even if your doctor tells you he doesn't want you around. We've had many cases of this. Once you better your nutrition and your intake of vitamins and minerals, and you're not as acidic, you must reduce your medication with the help of your doctors. Now, if you take antibiotics, it's a wonderful thing. What a wonderful thing antibiotics, as the penicillin is. When it came out for us,
there's a lot of antibiotics now.
yeah, but they're great. So don't think that you're not going to take that. Don't be a backwards person. We've been watching TV, and I recorded a whole bunch of little skits, and I showed them to Ruben, where herbal people think they're the God's gift to health, or their well-being. We're not. We're just taking information that other people gave us that helps every single time through the power of nutrition. Magnesium is a wonderful thing. But don't anybody tell you that Ruben's Grocery is telling you that doctors are not here to help us. Doctors are our number one line of defense. And if your doctor tells you not to go get a checkup because you're great, don't do it. Go with another doctor. Go get a checkup. Regular checkups are amazing. We can't see inside your body. We're not Superman. We don't have X-ray vision. They do.
Well, they don't have X-ray vision, but they've got
They
the scanners.
do. They got that, but they have it.
So doctors are God sent. So they're the ones that tell you that you've got the high blood pressure, that you've got your diabetes, or that you've got low bone density, or anything like that. And that's what sends you to Ruben's. And what we are promoting are the superfoods, because they are essential minerals and vitamins that your bodies need, because we're not getting it from regular food. And our superfoods are triple organic, which means I get them tested to make sure that there's no contamination in them. And we recommend, like we just said, that you do get regular checkups. And once you start taking the superfoods, especially the intake of magnesium, because magnesium, our superfoods have a lot of magnesium. The magnesium is going to help lower your blood pressure, it's going to lower your blood sugar, it's going to help you with your sleep. And so you are going to eventually have to start lowering your medication, otherwise it's going to go too low blood pressure or too low blood sugar. But you're not going to lower your medication on your own. That's why Hugo says get a checkup, because when you get the checkup, the doctor himself will sit there, because we know this, because we've seen it thousands of times, including the young lady that's taking this video, yes or no, Grace. People will come in and say, my doctor lowered my medication because he says that I can lower it to a half. We had a cashier, her name is Maricela, and she used to have to give her husband insulin shots almost like 2 or 3 times a day. And within, I think, about maybe 3 or 4 weeks of taking the smoothie, the doctor said, no, we're going to start lowering it. But you wait until your doctor tells you to do that.
Well, there's the story. This is what happened. She gave him the smoothie and the insulin, and her blood sugar dropped so much, his blood sugar dropped so much, that the next day, well, he got over it, he got some rest. But the next day, she decided to give him something good, like the smoothie, and this smoothie. And then she had to call her doctor, and she reduced it to half.
Because he was checking it himself.
Yeah.
And he considered it was very low.
Yeah, and then she called and all this. But don't forget, once again, antibiotics are amazing, but they do have a drawback.
So they have not been able to design an antibiotic that kills only the bad bacteria. A lot of people don't understand that there's very bad bacteria, and then there's really, really good bacteria.
It's right here.
No, it's lower. It's down here. It's
okay, the flora.
Yeah, your flora is down here, and that's the good bacteria. So what bacteria does is it helps break down all of the food so that your body can absorb your vitamins, your minerals, and it can also help you detox and absorb all those things and send them out to the kidneys.
And it also reads your system so that it can send white blood cells to attack viruses like this. And it's looking to be it's a symbiotic.
Okay, it's a SCOBY. It's a symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast.
Okay, so this bacteria wants you to live. So it's your friend. So it's going to say, hey, wait a second. We can't have these other viruses like COVID and stuff coming in here and ruining our party, our house. So it sends white blood cells to go kill it. Now, in order to take these awesome antibiotics, you must
counteract the death of those bacteria by taking things like cultured milks, kefir, sauerkraut, or smoothie. Um, and these will help grow that bacteria. There's also probiotics out there. Now, the probiotics work, but the best way to get the bacteria back to normal and not kill it is to take things like I said, yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, fermented foods. Those all are going to help grow that bacteria. And remember, you want to keep the bacteria alive because the antibiotics kill the bacteria that's the infection, but it kills the bacteria that's in your stomach. And the SCOBY, having been a symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast, when it loses the bacteria, the yeast takes over, and then you've got an imbalance. And that's really bad because you can get things like candida or yeast infections. So do take your medications, but also balance it out with a good nutrition. And so, especially people with diabetes. And it doesn't mean that you can't eat the things you like. You just need to, control them. Start out with a great smoothie. It doesn't have to be ours. Ours is the best, but if you make a green smoothie in the morning, that's going to start you out really alkaline, and then stay alkaline all day long by drinking things like hibiscus tea or putting lemon juice in your water. Don't drink just pure water because pure water is just going to flush out all your minerals and your vitamins, and that's going to make you acidic. And being acidic is the way you burn off all of those wonderful minerals, and that's what causes all of the disease. So stay alkaline, stay alkaline, stay alkaline, and see your doctor. Get tested, just like I do. And then let your doctor control your medication, because they are God sent, like Hugo said. And they have ways to test things. There's different tests. There's x-rays, there's blood tests, there's urine tests, there's stool tests. All of those tests are great because that's the way they can see what is in your body, and also, very important, that people don't understand, they can also see what's not in your body. So if you're iron deficient, or if you're calcium deficient, or if you're deficient in something that'll make your bones weak, it'll make you jaundice, it'll make your liver not work right. So those tests are very, very important.
Very important. And another thing is, you might have had an accident. You had a fall, or you didn't do things right for a while, and you develop something, and you don't know it's there. But the doctor, last time you were doing real good, and then you thought you were cured. You're not cured. The body is constantly trying to put in systems to compensate for things. And if you didn't do something right, all of a sudden you had a ruptured spleen because of a fall or something, and somebody tells you, drink this smoothie, you're gonna be great. You might feel a little bit better, but you might have internal bleeding or something like that. Always rely on regular checkups. And if you had an accident, and everybody's got insurance these days, go and get a scan, go and get a checkup. Now, don't be afraid. That said, be more...
Yeah, that's another thing. A lot of people don't go to doctors
because they're afraid.
They don't want to know the truth. And it's not going to go away by itself.
No. It
doesn't.
No. And so we want to send a shout out to a couple of our friends. First of all, Dr. Ray from Dr. Manzanilla.
Great
Dr.
man.
Ray is in Raymondville, right?
I believe his practice is in Raymondville.
And he's been a good friend to us for a long time. Second of all,
Dr. Cheverria.
Dr. Cheverria, a wonderful human being, loves the Lord just like Dr. Ray.
And takes his smoothie every day.
Well, but he also knows the power of nutrition, just like
Yep.
Dr. Ray. And one more, one of the most awesome persons you'll ever meet, Dr. Menendez.
Oh yeah.
Leading the front against COVID and all other diseases in the valley. But this man always wants you to eat healthy.
And Rick.
And Rick.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, our friend Rick.
The optometrist.
Optometrist Rick. Wonderful people with so much knowledge in nutrition and advocate for people taking care of themselves and getting off your medications if you want to be a better person. Yeah. Stay thirsty, my friends. Thirsty for knowledge.